Great day, students. It's Mr. Sargent here with day 2 of Labmas. And ladies and gentlemen, I had so much fun. Yesterday, we decided to have another day of it. In fact, let's have a whole nother week of it, shall we? And today, oh no, it's starting to snow. Well, good thing our lesson today in our lab today is about snow. Now, living here in North Carolina, snow is always an event because it doesn't happen that much. So when it does snow, it's kind of a big deal. But where I grew up in the state of Maine, let me just tell you, there were a lot of days where there was a lot of snow. There was a lot of shoveling. It was very cold, slippery. Well, let's just say there's a reason why I love living in North Carolina. So even though I'm not the biggest fan of snow, I still love the science behind it. Now, as we know, snow is a form of precipitation. Now, precipitation, if you remember the water cycle, is when any form of water falls from the sky. Well, what causes the snow? Well, it passes through freezing air all the way down until it crystallizes. Now we're going to learn a little bit more about crystallization during our experiment today, but I want us to be able to identify what causes the snow and the biggest snowstorm of them all, the blizzard. So to introduce the blizzard, I have a book called Disasters Blizzard that you can find on Epic. So let's go ahead and read that right now.
Blizzards. Snowflakes fall from the sky. Soon, strong winds begin to blow. A blizzard is coming. Snow is made up of tiny bits of ice. During a blizzard, winds blow 35 miles per hour, 56 kilometers per hour, or more. Swoosh! Wind blows the snow all around. The swirling snow makes it hard to see. A blizzard is a bad winter storm. It can bring heavy snow and high winds. A whiteout is when blowing snow makes it hard to see. A blizzard makes roads icy and snowy. Cars slide on the ice. They get stuck in the snow. Blizzards can bring several feet of snow. Heavy snow blocks doorways. Then people may get trapped in buildings. Winds from a blizzard often blow snow into huge piles. The piles are called snowdrifts. Sometimes people get caught outside in a blizzard. They can get lost in the blowing snow. When parts of a person's body get very cold, they can freeze. This is called frostbite. How do you know if a blizzard is coming? Check weather reports. Turn on a TV, computer, or radio to find out if a blizzard is on its way. Stay indoors during a blizzard. This is the best way to keep safe and warm. It is not safe to travel during a blizzard. Be ready if the heater in your home stops working. Have warm clothes and blankets nearby. Protect yourself from a blizzard's icy blast. Blizzards can last for hours or even days. Blizzard facts. Most blizzards occur in the United States, Canada, and Russia. A blizzard can have temperatures as low as 10 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 12 degrees Celsius, or even lower. A blizzard's blowing snow stops people from seeing more than a quarter mile, 0.4 kilometers, in front of them. If you are caught outside during a blizzard, find shelter right away. Make sure your family has a flashlight in case the power in your home goes out. Also, make sure your family has a radio with batteries so that you can hear weather reports.
When you think about what makes a snowflake, you have to have certain air conditions. You have to have certain precipitation conditions in order to create it. So when a snowflake forms, it is going to look different. Now, the big word that I want to focus on today is crystallize. There it is right there, crystallize. Now, we know what crystals are, but when something crystallizes, it almost freezes. The molecules combine in a different way to form, a crystal. Now, so what I want to do today for our Labmas experiment is show how crystals form, show how snowflakes form, and make our own snowflakes. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's head off to the lab. Now back in the lab, and our question for day 2 of Labmas is, can we make a crystal-like snowflake structure? Now, if you remember from the book, we know that all snowflakes are a form of crystals. But unlike crystals as in rocks and things like that, what they are is crystallized water in the form of ice. Now, we could create ice. It's pretty easy. You just put it outside if it's below 32 degrees, or you put it in the freezer and let it work. But, what's the fun in that? And what we're going to do today is create a crystal-like structure using pipe cleaners, some water, and some borax, which is a sort of like a laundry detergent. And this is going to take a day or two. So we're filming it now, and I'm going to show you later, probably at the end of the video, what it looks like when it's finished or after a day or two. All right? So our hypothesis is, yes, we can create a crystal-like structure. Creating crystals are pretty easy. So what we're going to do first is, let's make our snowflake. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our pipe cleaner, and right at the very top, I'm going to go ahead and just make a little hook, because we're going to find a way to attach it later on. So I'm just going to make a little hook like that. And then I am just going to fold it around, and you can choose any design. And if you want to get 2 snowflakes or 2 pipe cleaners, you're more than welcome to. That might make it a little easier. So I'm going to go ahead and get another blue pipe cleaner from over here, and I'm just going to now, I'm sure yours is going to look 100 times better than mine, but I kept it simple for this. So the next thing we have to do, now that we have our snowflake made, is we need to make a mixture. Now, a mixture is when you put 2 or more materials together to create, a new thing. And what we're going to do is we're going to add some hot water and some borax, and then we're gonna stir. So I have my borax measured, and now the only thing I'm waiting for is the water to heat up. Now, what's gonna happen is, when I pour the hot water into the borax, it is gonna instantly start dissolving the borax. But does it disappear completely? No, it actually changes the water into a borax water mixture. So let's wait a little bit for the water to heat up, and I think it's ready. So let me go ahead and grab the water. There we go. And I'm going to pour it in the container. Now I'm going to add probably about 2 cups of water for every cup of borax. And then I stir. Now this may take a minute. All right, so now that the borax is dissolved, you can see it's kind of changed the way the water looks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my snowflake inside a container. Now, a large cup would be best, but for this, I think what I'm going to do is just use this bowl and see what happens. So the next thing we do is we pour it in. Now, you want to make sure that your pipe cleaner is fully submerged, which means totally underwater. This way you can get all of the borax and all of the water mixture and have it soak in this mixture for, well, we're going to leave it overnight and see what happens tomorrow. So let's cut to tomorrow.
24 hours later.
So ladies and gentlemen, it is now the next day, 24 hours later, and we're about to see our mixture. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take my pipe cleaner out of the mixture and look at that. And if you get a closer look right there, you will see crystals have formed all along the pipe cleaner. And it's actually pretty solid right there. Now, this is just like a snowflake. All snowflakes are different. All crystals are different. And if this is something that's pretty cool, just like a snowflake. Get it? Because snow is cool. Yeah, I know, bad joke. But still, when you look here, the chemical reaction that we had here, the crystals formed along the pipe cleaner, creating a pretty cool snowflake. So I encourage you all to make your own. Take a look at what you could do. Do a different design. Change it up. Now, a couple questions that I ask is, what would you change about this experiment? Would you change how the snowflake looks? Would you change using cold water instead of hot water? Let me know. What would you change to make your snowflake super unique? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining me today. You did an incredible job. And most of all, I cannot wait to see what we're going to do on day 3 of Labmas. So until then, have a great night.